Hit the mics, take a seat, it's about to ignite. Two dudes with the spread, keep your bets locked tight. Sports talk sharp like a razor blade edge. Numbers don't lie, no need for a hedge. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. From the pitch to the court where legends birth. Plays and parlays, every wager's worth. Sit back, tune in, ride the wave of mirth. Game clock's ticking, we predicted.
Hello, welcome to episode 32 of the Two Guys, One Spread podcast. Back at it, Tommy and Joe ready to, getting the game on here. Ready to get some sports talking in. NFL football, baseball postseason has started, and we're creeping around hockey season. So really exciting stuff. You know, a lot of fantasy dreams.
My teams are starting to get beat up a little bit here.
Yeah,
running out of players, running out of options.
I had two teams where I had Hill and Neighbors.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a rough week.
That's a rough week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. I'm like, man, I got a piece of both of these guys, and they happen to be on the same team. I was like, oh my God.
Hills was pretty gruesome. Neighbors, non-contact. Injury bugs. It's not a bug. There's some serious injuries out there. Who else got hurt? Who else was a big? Even like Benson. I had Benson, and I'm like, all right, Connors goes down.
Yeah.
I got Benson. I'm good. Yeah, I find out today he's out. He's an IR.
Popped up today, I think.
Yeah, it just popped up came out of nowhere. He went from something to an IR. So
yeah, the Niners are they're
Niners can't keep anybody. I mean, tomorrow night's game, they might be calling us to go out there and run some routes.
I know,
because Jennings out, Pearsall out, and Purdy out. They are thin, to say the least. I don't know what their training staff is doing over there. Their strength guy. They have now. This is multiple years. Of just injury.
Should Purdy have even come back?
Yeah, that's the question. Was he ready? The only thing was Mac Jones. He was banged up. Who knows? But yeah. It's a short week. Who knows if he played on Sunday, if he had enough time, if he would be ready to go. Probably not, but the short week definitely not helping.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard. There's not a lot of games in a football season, and you want guys to tough it out, but at the same time, quarterback position, I feel like you have to you have to make sure you're right. Like, the Commanders, I think they did.
I think they're doing. I agree with you. I think the Commanders did the right thing here. Sat him 2 weeks, made sure he's right. Now bring him back, and hopefully he's healthy and ready to go as close to 100% as you can get. But I do believe they did it right by Daniels in this situation by sitting him. They went 1-1 while he was gone.
Yeah.
We talked about that Falcons game and that line that looked fishy. It's funny. The Falcons lose by 30.
Yeah.
The Commanders win by 30 in week 3, and the line was 1. So it's one of those fishy lines. We all saw it.
I just saw. So I had a couple bets in on. I've won both of my bets today. And then I had a couple bets in on the Yankees game, and I thought I lost them all.
Oh yeah.
And looks like I won one of them. I had Chisholm to score a run, and
there you go.
Facts come through about him flying around the bases and scored. Awesome, good stuff. Love it. Yeah, football games this week. I'll tell you what, listening to sports talk, I cannot believe the number of people that are still believing in the Ravens. I heard I heard someone say today, essentially, that if I mean, it almost sounded as if the Ravens lose the next two without Lamar, they still felt they were going to make the playoffs. Like they would win the division. Or I'm like, they're going to be 1-5.
Right.
Oh, they're capable of getting, being hot, but I don't know. Something's not right. And that's
Well, everybody's going off of their roster that they had maybe in preseason. It's not going off the roster they have now because their defense is pretty beat up. I mean, they lost their D tackle, all pro D tackle for the season. During the game, they lost their starting linebacker and another corner. And obviously, Lamar goes out. Their defense is giving up points. They're averaging 36 points a game, giving up. You're not winning many games.
teams.
I know I'm tired about hearing. You could say that about. Yeah, I've heard the same thing. That they're still the most talented team and this and that. They're not because they keep giving up 36. That's not a talented team. I'm tired of hearing, and I hate the Chiefs this much. The Chiefs are back. They're back, Joe. They played a team. Their offense is back. No, their offense might not be back. They played one of the worst defenses in the league. Everybody's putting up points on this team. Everybody is. I don't want to hear the Chiefs are back. Now, yes, they get Worthy back. That helps. Maybe they got. Let's wait and see this week when they play the Jags, and the Jags got a great defense. Let's see if their offense is back then.
All right.
Let's not give too much credit to the Chiefs here when, all right, they look good on offense. Everybody's looked good on offense against the Ravens. They've been terrible. So as much as you've heard that, I've been frustrated about hearing this Chiefs back. They're back. Bullshit.
I do think, you know what? It maybe is a little premature to say that. I'll say this. I was playing in a big fantasy league where I was going against Worthy. And actually, it was a DraftKings head-to-head matchup. I was going against Worthy. And I don't know. I thought they looked back. They looked good. I was like, how does one guy make this much of a difference? But there was like 5 different times where I thought, like, this guy's going to the house. And
no, I agree. Worthy being back definitely helps. Gives them more speed.
Twice, but you're right. I mean, it's one game, and Baltimore again. Cleveland.
Just want to wait and see. Let's just not crown them to be back. Let's not crown Mahomes being back. Let's just relax. They played a horrible defense.
Yeah,
that is giving up historic amounts of points per game. So I'll give it if they put up 30 against the Jags and they look great again. I'll ready to crown them next episode next week. I'm not doing it yet because the Ravens are bad, and you're right. Who the Ravens play this week? I got it right here. They play who are the Ravens? Ravens.
The Texans.
Oh yeah, the Texans. That's an interesting game. Now listen, if the Texans put up 30,
yeah.
Listen, the defense is the worst in the league because the Texans haven't scored over 18 yet this year.
Well,
let's see.
There's some bad defenses in the league. So
there are. I agree.
To say worse in the league's pretty much pretty high up there. There's some rough defenses.
Agreed. I'm not arguing that. Let's relax on the Chiefs being back, and I agree with you. Let's not say that because I think the Ravens are going to lose this week. Texans defense is one of the best in the league. They're excellent.
If Lamar doesn't play, I don't see how their only chance of winning, and this to me, but of course we'll see how that goes.
Right.
Is pounding the ball with Henry, which they don't seem to want to do.
They don't want to do. Well, they've been behind. Their defense is not good enough for this. This is their problem. They get behind or in these shootout games.
Yeah, but
that's not Henry's strong suit. He can't catch a ball.
Running the ball helps keep the other team off the field.
That's very true.
So one of the points I wanted to make was I've said this before. Teams, I don't know if it's I guess I don't have the insight into football, right? But like I don't know if it's a team thing or if as a player develops, when the Seahawks first had Russell Wilson and they were really good, they didn't ask him to do a ton, but they did play read options and a
Right.
bunch of that stuff, and it was super effective. And as they started to win, and he started to get more recognition as a quarterback, right? He ran less, and it used to frustrate me because there'd be 3rd and 6s where I'm like, he's got a ton of field and he's forcing the ball, and I'm like, is this the I want bigger passing stats because bigger passing stats get you bigger contracts? Is it philosophy of a team where we don't want our guys getting hurt? I've watched the Ravens multiple times in this first couple seasons or first couple weeks, and even when the games are not out of hand, I just see Lamar backing up to pass all the time. Your receivers are not good. Zay
Right.
Flowers is a nice receiver.
Right.
The other guys are not good receivers. 4 games, Derrick Henry has 12 and a half carries a game. That's unacceptable.
I agree.
It's unacceptable. And I would say, I mean, a bunch of them, I would say the most he had was probably in that Bills game,
Right.
right? Which
Absolutely.
he was running wild. Why the next week? And I mean, again, they wound up beating up Cleveland, but even when it's not effective with certain guys, you got to stick to the run a little bit. And
That's their identity is running the ball. I mean,
I just felt even that Chiefs game when they were, down a couple or down early, it's like he was just gone. I mean, I'm like, I don't know. I will say this. Lamar's a nice passer. If he's passing 35, 40 times, you're not winning games. That's just so I don't know. I feel like unless Henry's dinged up or they really think he's lost a step, but something is not right there.
yeah, I agree. Something's not right. And their offense could be as their offense has to be great at this point to try to,
Yeah.
you know, deal with their defense. But again, you're right. Run the ball.
Yeah.
Slow down the game.
Six,
You
seven,
got to win the game. They slow it down.
six,
That's
7, 8 minute drives.
yeah. They can do it. They easily can do that.
Sure. And you mix not only just Henry, but you mix in Lamar, right? Like
Right.
a couple designed runs. I haven't even seen I'd like to see the numbers. I haven't seen a ton of those. I just feel like even when he has rushed a couple times, it's been more of a drop back and the pressure's getting to him, right?
Right.
Like, and then he's scrambling, but like a mix in a here or there designed run. I don't know. I think with that defense, you better put together a couple long drives.
Right. Well,
The other
I
team,
agree with you. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing with Henry. But he had some fumbling issues, and he is 32. We gotta remember things might be just he might not be able to handle it. I know he's a monster of a human being, but I don't think that's the case. I just think their offense is trying to score all these points, and maybe they need to win by ball control, and they got to try that. They have the offense to do it. I mean, pound 3 times, and then you can, like you said, do some Lamar planned runs. They can do it, but they play the Texans this week, which seems like maybe a win at home. But Texas defense is filthy, and next week they play the Rams. You're right. If they go 0-2 here and they're 1-5,
yeah.
people got to stop talking about the Ravens being one of the best teams in the league.
So for the record, what you just said, the Texans have given up 51 points,
right,
which is best in the league, and Baltimore's given up 133, which is worse in the league.
right.
So
Yeah, it'll be interesting the matchup here. I've watched them. The Texans are a tough watch on offense. They're not good.
yeah,
I think they need a secondary receiver. That's one of their problems. But either way, they're a tough watch on offense. But their defense is nasty. They get to the quarterback. They know that is going to be an interesting game and a big game for both teams. So
Wow, you know what's crazy? I mean, so they just played the Titans, who are not good, right? But they have played the Jags, the Bucks, and the Rams. Those are pretty solid teams.
yeah, oh yeah,
51 points. Damn, I'll tell you what. I mean, I almost feel like I don't know what was the spread on that.
I looked at it. It was one of my possible picks, so I didn't have the. It was what it's 1.5, I think.
No.
It's close to a pickup. I think that was the reason why I didn't take it. But I mean, it's still at home, and whatever. But 1.5. So I believe that was it. But yeah, Texans. That's going to be a good game. Um, I mean, I guess the game of the week last week was the Packers and the Cowboys. It was a pretty great game. A little hyped, but at least it played up to it. A lot of these games you keep hearing about, the same thing for a week, and it's a terrible game. But it was a great game.
Yeah,
I give it that.
points are always exciting, right?
Yeah.
A little disappointing in oh boy, some Dodger guy just dropped the ball. That's terrible.
Oh.
Hernandez. I mean, brutal. I would have made that catch in my sleep. What game were we talking?
Packers Cowboys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Packers defense is supposed to be nasty, and
Right.
they didn't even dream of pressuring Dak.
No, I agree. I mean, it's funny. It's such a week to week league. It's tough. The Packers come out. They just destroy the Lions. The Lions couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
And then they go out and they play the Commanders, and the Commanders couldn't do anything.
I
And
know.
you're like, this team is nasty. This seems great. And then they play the Browns, and the Browns didn't do anything either, but they lose. But you're like, all right, fluky stuff, pick at the wrong time. And then they come out, and without CD, they give up 40. I mean, it's crazy how these things happen. You think they're a stud defense, and no one's going to score, and then you give up 40. So I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, it was hyped. It was a great game. Dak played great. I'm not a big Dak guy, but he did play good. Uh, Cowboys are running the ball a little bit better. I think one of the surprise guys is Williams. He's a top 5 fantasy running back.
I mean, well, I mean, he's fairly productive, and I mean, the volume's insane.
Yeah,
He's
it. Everybody talked about they're going to be this 3-headed monster with the rookie they drafted, and he hasn't even played yet. He hasn't even seen the field. So
I know.
It's basically just Williams.
He had to have been running back 26 taken off the board.
Oh, easily, yeah, right.
Yeah,
And they're committed to the run, and he's getting all the volume, and that's all you want as a fantasy, owner.
Well, you'd like a little
Touches.
I'm living a lot of your boy Chuba Hubbard,
Yeah.
Pollard land. I got a lot of guys, and it's the volumes there. The production's kind of mid,
Right.
but what about the Eagles? Is there a little bit of the Eagles that are this year's Kansas City Chiefs? They're 4-0.
Right.
Barely beat the Cowboys. They barely beat the Chiefs in a game they definitely could have lost.
Right.
They beat the Rams on a fluke, not a fluke, but a block field, kind of fluky.
Yeah.
And they were getting murdered versus the Bucks, and they came back and win. Now again, a win's a win. You get credit for a win, but
see, I mean, Hurts' numbers in the second half. 0 for 8. I mean, that's crazy.
I know. It is crazy.
0 for 8. And they won. They win.
I know. So, I mean, again, good teams win, and they're a good team. I just don't know. I mean, I see all the different power rankings, and they're number one. And I guess you're the Super Bowl champs, and you're 4-0. Right. You maybe have a right to be there, but if I'm just looking at it in a bubble, you gotta think. Well, we thought this last year that a Chiefs game that they lose 1 or 2, and they really kind of did it. But I don't know. I don't know if it could happen again. They need to start playing better.
Right. I agree.
Yeah,
They're
Mark
gonna they're
Trey.
not until they lose, but I agree. They've been getting by in these crazy kind of plays, and we'll see if it can continue for them. But I listen. I understand Hertz is uh, not a great passer, but he's pretty good. But
I know.
0 for 8, and not only that, just 8 attempts is crazy.
I know. I know.
They're an interesting team.
We'll see.
Let's talk about.
Like,
I want to talk about my boy for a second. My boy, Joe.
who?
My boy. The guy I told you in, I think, December or January, whenever we started this,
Yeah.
I said Jackson Dart is going to be the number one quarterback taken off the board. And you're
I'm
like, no,
really,
no, no.
really
You're an
just.
idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. I go, no. I'm telling you, I like this guy.
I, listen. I'm telling you right now. I think the Saints might beat them this week.
They might. They could.
Jacks. Listen.
His numbers weren't great. I know. I
Uh,
saw the stats.
I'm not sure how they won the game. Right. Um. I
Turnovers.
turnover. Jackson Dart had 111 yards passing.
Right. He had
Um.
60 yards rushing.
Yeah. No. I know. And it's a tough defense. That's a tough. It's a good win. If you don't, without Malik Neighbors, I just listen, when you're a Giants or when you're a bad franchise, you're looking for anything, and I
Right.
get it. I get it. I've been there with the Hawks, right? Like I've been there with the Hawks. I just think people are. It's an impressive win. You need to find a way to get more than 111 yards passing.
Absolutely. No, I know. I know. I saw this. I saw the stats after the game. I was like, all right, he didn't turn the ball over. They kept it only 18 pass attempts, so they didn't ask a lot from him. They did exactly what Scadaboo looked good. They ran the ball a lot and kept him just to do the bare minimum, which he did, and pulled on a victory there. So
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I know the Saints are 0-4. They look decent against the Bills.
right.
Um, but first start for Dart on the road. I don't know. That'll be interesting. I'm there's something that I mean the Saints are favored, I guess, by a point and a half. But
Yeah, it's about to pick him.
I mean you're 0-4 or 0-4 in your favorite. That'll be interesting for sure. Um, I mean, I'm looking at other games this week. Chargers, Commanders. Daniels is back, right?
Yeah, Daniels will be back. We'll see if he can get that magic from last year. He's not had a great start to this season, so
I think there's
obviously missed
a
a
lot,
couple games.
a lot of QBs right now that, now again, a lot of young QBs in the league. And I've talked a little bit about how I definitely think sometimes as a rookie, you can catch teams off guard a little bit and they don't have a lot on you. But like right now, there are so many QBs that are kind of struggling. Bo Nix, I mean, he just looked good versus Cincinnati. I probably could look good
Yeah,
versus
right. Bo Nix has struggled a little bit to start this year. You
Young.
know,
Young's back on the struggle train.
right? He is back on it.
Stroud,
Stroud's still been struggling.
Stroud's playing himself out of a contract right now.
He didn't do that. I disagree with you there. I He's maybe playing himself out of a top tier contract, but he's still gonna get a contract. I agree. He's not looked good, but
He's approaching Jay Cutler land.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
he's gonna be hard to find someone that's better. And I
right.
know you gotta re-sign him, but I don't know how much money I want to give him.
I know.
I was listen, after his rookie season, I was like, this guy's nasty, right? Um, Daniels has looked
Daniels back. Daniels looks good.
he didn't look great his first two games though. Well, and then your boy's Trevor Lawrence. He's
Trevor.
yeah.
He looks like Trevor. That's what he looks like. Every time I watch him, I'm like, this guy's just not that good.
Somehow
He's not good.
somehow they're 3-1 though.
They have a very good defense. ETN's been pretty good. He's been a surprise, I think, by many. Some of these later running backs in the fantasy draft have looked decent. If you could get an ETN, like you
Yeah.
talked about Williams, he's been good.
One one of my favorite questions to ask you now. So, Bills fan, this night, Jags versus Chiefs. Are you pulling for the Jags? You have
Oh
to.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, that puts them at 4-1, and not that the Bills really shouldn't lose anytime soon, but
Right, right. This we got the Patriots this week and then the Falcons and a bye, so it'd be interesting. And anything can happen, but it's looking pretty good. But I've always rather see the Chiefs lose. Trevor Lawrence, though he only seems to play good against the Bills. I don't know why that is, but uh, the guy's just not that good. But their defense is very good, so I think it's gonna be a great game. Actually, I think I might take the Jaguars to take that game. I'm not taking it in my bets this week, but I do like them.
there should there should be a number of good games. That Seahawks Buccaneers game shaping up to be good.
Very good, very good
Sounds
games. The
as a
Hawks tried to get that leg give it away on Thursday night last week. They looked like they were just an absolute dominating force in that game, and then things happened and turned around real quick on them.
I did not like the way the coaching went towards the end of that game.
I thought they got real conservative.
That's what I mean. I really did too. I was like, oh man, like I could almost see it. I could almost see it coming a little bit. I did not. Man, we were cruising. They looked so good, and I was like, it got super conservative. It really did, and I
If
was
you,
like, man, then you get in the old, and we don't want to give up the big play, but we'll give up some yards, and then teams just drive down. Yeah, that. Oh man,
if you have any time on your hands, I was watching a thing on X about one of the guards for Seattle, and they're like, "This guy is awful," and they just show clip after
I
clip of him.
I saw it.
Okay.
So I've been wondering if you can if there's a way to use like AI or something to alter some of those, because a
You
couple
think though?
look ridiculous.
Right.
I saw one today about was it there it wasn't the Seahawks, it was another team, and they literally showed it was the Texans. They showed the ball gets hiked, two of their linemen essentially run into each other.
Right.
Four of them block one other guy. Four
Right.
guys. And CJ Stroud just gets mauled. And I was like, dude, is that real? Like I wanted to go see if I could
Find the
find
live footage.
that play, because I was like, this almost looks so unrealistic. And that thing you were talking about with Anthony Bradford, I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
It's amazing.
some of
The
them-
guy is falling all over the place.
I know.
Just,
I know.
Yeah.
It's remember there was a picture of the Sabres a few years ago where they had like three of their guys were all like chasing the same guy.
yes.
They were like all curling at like they were within like 5 feet of each other. And I remember can that be a real picture?
I'm sure it was.
It almost looked fake, but it actually was real.
Yeah. No, I saw it this morning and I was laughing. I was like, wonder if Joe knows about this guy.
Yeah, I saw it. Some of them look you're just like, oh boy. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Funny.
you want to chat about our bets?
Yeah. Let's talk about it. I want to talk about last week and then we'll talk
Yeah.
about this week.
Last week's real quick. You want to go through? Did you write mine down there?
I did.
All right.
So you went 1-2. 1-2.
Not great.
Not great. You had the Niners getting 2.5 against the Jags. And you had Baltimore. I forget the spread, but you had Baltimore
Big-
on the road. I think it was like
I think it was
three, yeah,
two
somewhere in there.
and a half. It could have been 22 and a half.
Right. Didn't matter in that one. Your win was you had the Rams -3. Now, that's a win, and win's a win. But you had the Colts guy just dropping the ball in the one. We love that. We always love to see that play.
It's always a favorite. Always
Yep.
the little.
Every year it seems like now every year
I
this has happened.
I I'm pretty comfortable to say it's every year. I think
Yeah.
once it happens.
Yeah. I don't listen, I'm not in the NFL and I'm not scoring touchdowns. I don't know why you can't hold on to the ball for one more yard. Just keep it in. I mean, then you could celebrate and throw the ball and do whatever you want with it. It just doesn't make sense to me, but I listen. Hopefully learned a lesson there, but you did get the win.
But they don't
Uh,
learn the lesson. That's the
I
point.
know.
Don't learn the goddamn lesson. Both
Right.
that shit.
You think if you this guy was on Sports Center and every sports thing, highlight reel out there. And you would think, man, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy next time. Because it's horror. It's all it is. It's just you
I
looking
guess
like an idiot.
it's
But
just
yet it will
it's
happen again.
just the excitement. I mean, remember when Bo Jackson versus Seahawks ran through the tunnel?
Yeah.
Bo Jackson, that shit. Keep running, man. Get it.
Just keep going. Don't
Oh,
stop.
and
Ugh.
I'll be honest, I was rooting. I mean, as a Seahawks fan, I was rooting for the Colts to win that game.
Right. Right. They had
So
it. And
yeah,
then it was and then they had a run taken back by Taylor. That was like a 40-yard run. That game could have
did you
went either way.
see the play?
The Colts impressed me in that game, I will say. They easily could have won it. But
Did you
mistakes happen and
see the Jonathan Taylor play?
yeah.
I did not see it. They said I heard that the holding was like a terrible call. I got to go
Yeah.
back. I heard that today. They were like, "Man, that like was not a good call."
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like the Taylor play and then you had the fumble. Could have easily gone 0-3, Joe, but you held on. You got the 1-2. And we'll see how you do this week. I went 2-1. I had the Seahawks. I had faith in your Hawks, -1.5.
Yeah.
And then I had the under in the Indy game, 49.5, which did cover, but again, we thank some fumbles and some non holding calls, so we'll take the under in there. And I lost on the Chargers. Yeah, the Chargers. I thought for sure that would game. I mean, I shocked that they lost outright, but
I still can't. I still
I loved it at 6.5. I really thought it was going to be, but the Chargers' O line's really banged up, and yeah, I guess it
they
was
lost.
just
They lost another guy this week, right?
yeah. So Chargers' O line's banged up. Giants have a great front four, so I guess it's just a perfect combination and where they struggled. But 2-1, I'll take a winning week. Do you have you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll throw one out there for this week. I'm gonna go Detroit -10.5. It's a big number.
It's tough when you just watch it.
What?
You just tough when you just seen it and they were so bad. And Detroit is not afraid to run up scores. That is one thing about Detroit too.
And
So
I mean, they can run it, they can pass it. I know it's it's on the road, which isn't always great for Detroit, but I don't know. I don't. Browning looks terrible. I mean,
right.
they look really really bad as an offense, and their defense is one of the worst. We'll see. 10.5's a lot, but I'm laying it. I'm gonna lay it.
All right. I'm gonna try this one more time. And I'm gonna take the Vikings -3.5. They're playing the Browns. I got a couple of reasons for this. Obviously, the news came out today that Dylan Gabriel is now the starting quarterback for the Browns. I know this can cause a spark for the Browns, but what I also like in this is that this game is in London.
Yeah.
The Vikings are already there.
Yeah.
They've already played a week. Browns got to go. It's a long trip. New quarterback. 3.5. I like it. I feel really good about it. I felt really good about Jackson Dart losing two on his opening game. But I also the fact that the Vikings are already there, that's another reason why I do like this game. And the Vikings defense is pretty good. So
Yeah, I'm probably gonna bet that game. I I liked it. I know the Europe thing matters, and I know the Vikings being there matters, and that's
right,
probably the only reason I'm going to take it. I'm a little. I might. I don't know. I'll have to look at the money line. I'm a little worried because the Browns' defense is really, really good,
it is very good. Defense travels.
and the Vikings, their offense has scared me a little bit with Wentz. Like I don't know, they looked pretty bad versus Pittsburgh.
They
But
did. Wentz ended up throwing for 350 and two touchdowns. Now he had two picks in there, but I'm
yeah,
just telling you his numbers were ended up not being bad. They made a run at it at the end.
I'm probably gonna bet that one.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna bet that one.
All right.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna run this baby back because I think he's pissed off. I'm gonna take the Chargers -2.5 at home versus the Commanders. I just the Chargers are good. Their weapons are good, and I know I almost think maybe if they run it a little bit less, like I don't know, like I have a bunch of leagues where I got Quentin Johnson after week one
Right. Yeah.
because to me, you get drafted in the first round because your talent is unbelievable, right? That's what the
Right.
guys
That's
there.
what they see. They see first round talent. Yep.
Correct. And I know he really, really struggled, but he looked a little bit better last year. And after week one, I gobbled him up in like 5 leagues. I have him. And I mean, he's been a monster.
Yeah.
So I just
Great.
I think Harbaugh's pissed, and they're at home, and they're going to find a way. And Daniels is just coming back, maybe a little rusty. So I will lay the 2.5. I like that it's below a field goal.
All right. All right. Yeah, my next game, I got the Monday night game. And I mentioned the Jags and the Chiefs, and I mentioned the defense. I think the Jags have a top five defense. I have to think the Chiefs have a close to a top five defense. So I'm going to take the under in this game at 46.5. I think Trevor Lawrence is just an average quarterback. And I believe the Chiefs defense has just always been very good. Jags defense is very good this year. Both offenses, I know the Chiefs are back. I don't think they're back yet.
Uh,
I'm gonna say they're not back in full. So give me the under at 46.5.
all right, my third one. I went back and forth on a few different ones, a few different games, but I'm gonna lay the 6.5 for the Colts. Colts
Okay.
-6.5 versus the Raiders. Did you see the thing? I know our buddy sent it to us, and I read it someplace else that like 100% or 101% of Genty's yards are like
Yes.
after contact or something.
Yeah. If he gets like the offensive line is getting 1 yard of push, which is one of the worst in the league. If it's like top three worst in the league as far as offensive line push.
Yeah, I just think I thought the Colts they impressed me. I think last week going into the versus the Rams, that was kind of like, all right, now I'm going to see what you're about, and they kind of impressed me, and I just think if you could bottle up Genty a little bit, you're going to force Geno to throw the ball, and like you know me, I like Geno, but I know what he is. I've watched a lot of Smith. Yeah, and take some sacks here and there. So I think the Colts will be okay there. If it was 7 or 7.5, I might go someplace else, but I'm gonna live at below that 7 line at 6.5.
All right. All right. My last game, I got over. I'm gonna take a game I don't really want to watch or see, but the Dallas Jets game. It's over 47.5, kind of high.
Yeah.
But Dallas is, I know the Jets are not good on offense. Obviously. I mean, I've watched Fields. He's not good. He's just not a good quarterback. The offense, it is boring football. I'm not I don't know too many Jets fans. I feel bad. I watched that football for a long time.
Yeah.
It's really bad football. It's bad. It's just run, run. Hopefully we can find Wilson somewhere. It's a struggle to do anything. I know it sounds like I'm going to take the under here, but I do believe that Dallas's defense is that bad where they're going to be able to move the ball enough to score some points. And I think the Jets defense it hasn't been good in 2 years. Dallas is going to be able to move the ball on this team. Yeah, 47 and a half. I like the over.
Man, I I thought the Jets looked. I mean, they had really bad mistakes versus the Dolphins, but
Right.
like
They did.
they
They
couldn't.
pounded the ball. They went
Like
down. I
those
know they had the
mistakes,
fumble. They had the fumble.
yeah, like those mistakes were killing them. Like they would like drive the ball and it would look good, and then there would just be a terrible mistake or two
Right.
penalties in a row. Like
Yeah.
for
When they played the Bills, I mean, it was like the first half they couldn't get out of their own way, and that's what they've been struggling with that all year. So that is a problem for the Jets. I know Fields looked good against Pittsburgh,
yeah,
but even that game, it was it's his legs, which is fine, and some play action passing, which I think they need to get back to a little bit more. They just it's a struggle to watch them. Um, just for those reasons, if you watch that Dolphins game, it's like, man, they should have been up 7-0. They fumble, they driving, it's a penalty, it's
I
this,
wanted
it's
to take
that, it's everything.
I wanted to take the Jets to win that game. I think it's so that Allen, the backup running back,
Right.
like he got hurt, and I think that's good for the Jets. I think this is going to allow them to get Hall some more touches.
I
And
agree. I think they're not playing Hall enough. I think this guy's, I actually think he's one of the better running backs in the league. For whatever reason, they get that Allen, and um, kind of just, they went away from Hall.
yeah, yeah,
I
I
don't know why, but that seems to be the case. And he can catch out of the backfield. You know, he's it's similar to Cook.
yeah.
He's got that same type of game where he's got great hands, can do everything. He has breakaway speed, yet he doesn't get the touches. So you're right. I kind of
I'll
agree with you there.
probably be betting the. I'll definitely I'll probably be betting his over rushing yards and maybe his over total yards too. So
Yeah. Yeah.
last week, here's a quick funny story. So last week for the Dallas game, Dallas Packers, all week long, I wanted to bet Golden over yards.
Okay.
And I forgot to get it in. And like I'm getting so I'm going to watch the game outside on my back deck, and I'm like getting ready to sit down, and I'm like, oh, the game's starting. I never got this. I feel like every time I watch Green Bay, Golden gets behind a defense 2 or 3 times, and it just can't connect. He dropped one. They've overthrown him. I'm like, dude, it's so close. So like they get the ball, and I'm trying to log into bet, and like I get there, and it's like
Right.
it's got because Green Bay's got the ball. Those are like all locked.
Yeah, I know.
Next play, he hits like the 40-some yard pass, and
Right.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
literally it would have
That's the worst.
when you make the bet, and then you're like, hit it. It's like the
Yep.
first
That like
four,
instant.
right? Your first 4 minutes, and you're like, boom. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so mad because I was like, I loved it. I was gonna lay like 50 or $60, and I was just like, oh, that sucks. Literally the
It
play
is the worst.
I sat down. It was like the third play of the game, but like I just
Yeah.
sat down and
I
I'm
remember. Yeah.
locked, and I'm like, when does this unfreeze? Does it unfreeze like between plays? And then they're like, Golden, and I'm like, oh man. Did you see? Did you see what he got hit on the punt return?
I did not see that.
Oh,
I
you got,
must have
dude. He catches the ball and he does this weird spin for almost no reason.
missed it. Okay.
Dude, he gets murdered. It's awesome. And it's
Guys,
clean.
it's lit up.
It is so hard. Oh, you got to look it up. It was
I'll
great.
check it out.
Dude popped right up, though. So,
Yeah. Give him credit there. Give him
all
credit
right.
there.
Sounds good. You got all your fantasy lineups in ready to roll?
I got him. I got.
Fine.
I worked hard.
We're at
What's
bye.
that? Bye week start. It's making bye weeks and injuries. Man, I had to go through my rosters and find a full lineup here.
Yeah, the
But I was able to do it.
receiver injuries they're getting serious.
Receiver injuries are getting, yeah, it is. The receiver injuries are adding up. Uh, it's been tough start to the season. It always seems like there's a lot of injuries, but for some reason this year it's worse. I usually maybe I don't get hit by the bug that often, but it's hitting a lot of my teams this year. It's been a struggle in some of these leagues, but I'm holding on. I'm
Yeah.
holding on. Won back to back in our dynasty. Even that team's getting really beat up, but I've
Yeah.
won back to back.
Yeah.
So I'm holding on. I'm trying to find the best players available that can I feel like can produce. So that's all you can do when you get injured. You just do your best.
Bye week and injuries, man. The injuries have been. I mean, there's some big boy ones, season
I
long
know.
ones.
I know.
Cool.
Those are tough.
Sounds awesome. Let's hope for 3-0 sweeps in our bets.
Yeah.
And we will take it from there. For the listeners, we appreciate you listening. We are on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple. And appreciate the listen and a share. And
Sure.
good luck to
Definitely.
everyone bets and in your fantasy football leagues.
Right. Listen, feel free to get on the Facebook. Put out there if you have any questions or comments you want to talk about something, we'll get on it.
Yeah, we got to try a Facebook Live again.
Yeah, we'll have to get on that. Get some people to do live questions. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I won a fantasy baseball title.
Oh,
Anytime
that's pretty good.
you hardware, it's good. My team
That's always good.
got a bit hot.
Yeah, I went back to back. I went first and then second, and then this year I was just terrible. I couldn't get it going. So nothing for me this year at baseball, but we'll get back at it next year.
Yeah. All right.
But good, congratulations. Always good to win something.
Yeah, my team just went literally for the last 3 weeks. Every move that I made, and my team was so I got a couple studs, and then some decent players. So I was moving and grooving. Couple pickups, spot starts. Pickup that I made was working. It was crazy. So there was definitely some luck.
Where you need a couple saves, a guy you pick up, it's a couple saves.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
The championship week, I picked up. I had in one night, I had 2 quality starts, which is crazy.
Right. Yep. That's always hard to do.
I had 2 guys with 10 Ks, 1 guy with 9, and they all gave up like 1 run or less. It was just insane.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy, and it wound up turning the whole week for me. So pretty
that's awesome.
Now I got to cash in and get a couple of football ones. So
yep. Long
all
season.
Right. Let's we are gonna try and get a Buffalo Sabres one little episode going because the season started. Just like in any sport, I think team fans, right? That's why we're fans. We get super excited for it.
Yeah.
Let's hope it lasts more than a month.
Listen, for the Sabres, you usually got to get excited before the season.
Yes.
That's the way to do it.
It's a good way because it's, but all right. Sounds good.
All right, man.
See ya.
See ya.
Hit the mics, take a seat, it's about to ignite. 2 dudes with the spread, keep your bets locked tight. Sports talk sharp like a razor blade edge. Numbers don't lie, no need for a hedge. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. From the pitch to the court where legends birth. Plays and parlays, every wager's worth. Sit back, tune in, ride the wave of mirth. Game clock's ticking, we predicting the heat.